mill, except for this is designed to go onto the horizontal mill. This is the only one I've ever seen. I never painted it, but it is completely rebuilt. I did have to make a new slide in there. It had some damage on it. Rebuilt the oil cup in here. Not rebuilt it, just cleaned it up, put a new felt in it. And this was probably a pretty pricey head at the same time when this was new. But there again, I didn't have the drive. I had to come up with what was missing. And this is what I designed and built to make both of these heads operational on this mill. These bores right here receive the drawbar. The drawbar would just slide out, slide this on, and then you would slide this head and the drawbars back in, and you'd have to line up. You rotate this to line up your pin. Alright, let's pull this off. Now we're going to go ahead and pull out our centering guide here. And this spindle is the same thing, and it has a drawbar comes through. There are two different size threads that normally come in on your 40 tapers, and so the drawbars for the head and for the main spindle, both same design on the end here. Okay, now just as the rest of your tooling, the 40 taper was exactly the same thing, and this was it was an end mill holder at one time, but I knew that I was going to have to locate both parts here, and I precision ground what I did is I mounted this in here without these pieces on here, and I precision ground that diameter to receive my two parts, so I knew that it was running true, and that's all I use this for. But your regular drills can run in here, end mills, and all that kind of holders. Alright, one of the other common tools is a drawbar, and this is an 1.25" drive bar. And this lets you run wheel cutters, and it goes in there like that, and it's tightened down, and you have and you loosen up here, and then you're able to push your support bars out. And then you have a carrier, and there's a bearing sleeve on here. Now this stack up can be changed. Any kind of width of cutters can be put on here. V's, flats, wheel cutters, keyway cutters, planer cutters. They're all similar items that run on drawbars. Alright, on and offs here. And this handle here is a variable clutch and brake. This is your feed choices for spindle, and you got slow here, fast over here, and you got two positions of this lever here. Will give you either the two top units right there, and then this one here gives you the slide of the dial there. Alright, so with it on slow, and over in here we're on 45. Over there would be 35. 58, so on. This is spindle reverse here, Let you have two different directions on your spindle. Now this machine has two oil sumps. This is the level gauge there, and you know, we might have to put some in there. You know, you check it when it's running. When you shut it off, you'll see the level come up because it'll drain off of its running gears and everything. Alright, and the other oil level for the knee itself is here. And that gives you flow in there as well. That's pretty good flow right there. This is your flow indicator here for the fluid in the main body of the machine. Now this machine has two separate clutch drives, and that one was for the spindle, and this clutch drive right here is for the rapid traverse on all the table and knee and in and out. I had to baby this handle. It's broke again. Had a 100-pound piece come off the table and grab that. I usually run it without this on here, unless I need to hand crank up and down. This is the dial for controlling your feeds, inches per minute, and its dial rotates around like this to set each of those. Usually you have the spindle slightly rolling. There you go. Half is the slowest, and it goes on up to 20. Alright, now I open up the door here, and this is the clutch here, and it's over center clutch. And then you pull, and then it's a brake. Now there's the shaft here, that's your regular rapid or feed engagement here. This right here is a slide coupling, goes down in, and this is a sump pump. This actually has coolant pump built right into it. And as it's rotating, you can actually lift that sleeve off and disengage your pump for a length of time. I pretty much leave it in all the time. Alright, that's basically the basics on the machine. I can sit there, there's 1,000,001 things that you can do with this machine, and you'll just have to continue watching my YouTubes to see more and more of its action. Alright, now that you've kind of seen the drawbar, universal head, the jumping jack, or the broaching head, or straight mill right out of here, you kind of got the gist of it. Here's a couple of my favorite pictures of it in action.